many countries conducting democratic elections, presidents changing, even though they may not be good people at the end of the day. But the fact that the will of the people is allowed to thrive, I think that is what has been actually the most important aspect, that at least people are allowed to choose and their choice is allowed to prevail. The question is, when will this happen to Zimbabwe? It's a worrying, really concern. Just imagine, for the past, we are in 2025. Yes, for the past 20, I mean, since I was born, I've never seen democratic elections without shedding of blood. Even during the campaign period in Zimbabwe, it has always been the shedding of blood and ZANU-PF in control, only military intervention, changing political power. And this is not good. This is absolutely not good. The question still lies. When will democracy knock the doors of Zimbabwe? Even now, people are supporting Chiwenga because they know elections would never bring any change in Zimbabwe. The only way that brings change is ZANU-PF succession dispute, and the one who gets to fight cunningly and wisely gets to actually take over power, but now it will lie on him on whether he will actually decide to get back Zimbabwe to a democratic path, just like any other nation. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So Nelson Chamisa, who was one of the opposition political party leaders and obviously elbowed out due to the plans and schemes of Mnangagwa with Jacob Mutenda as well as Sengizo Chabangu, that yielded results. I think that's the honest truth and the proper narrative of what transpired in Zimbabwe. At the moment, is just a common citizen, but obviously supported by some. This is what he had to say following Chakwera conceding, through a video that is, I think I've shared partly the video on this YouTube channel. Has come and go. That is Chamis. Indeed, leaders serve and leave, but that has never been the phenomenon of Zimbabwe. His Excellency President Chakwera of Malawi joins the proud league of incumbents that respect citizens' choice. That respects citizens' choices, something that has never been done in Zimbabwe. Mnangagwa was not a choice for the citizen. He was a choice for the military. It has to be actually put on record. In this concession, President Chakwera has been very exemplary. The concession by the incumbent before the official declaration of the results is exceptionally and exceedingly exemplary. It exhibits that Africa is coming of an age. Really? Malawi adds onto the basket of nations in Africa with successful transitions, joining the likes of Botswana, Zambia, South Africa, Ghana, Mauritius, just to mention just a few. It is refreshing to have incumbents who hand over power peacefully without drama, bullets, blood, repression, or rigging. I think in Zimbabwe, that is what we are seeing. We are seeing drama. Obviously, we may see bullets, we may see blood, we may see we have seen repression, we have seen rigging. You see, people having to actually spend 48 hours rigging the elections so that they can actually maintain power. You can talk of that. Mnangagwa in 2018, people had to be shot in the streets of Harare. People died because of Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. He stepped into his presidency through rigged elections, and also on top of that, he had to step over the bodies of the people. And you expect to actually be respected He was given, of course, a chance to lead after using the controlled constitutional court to rubber stamp the rigged elections. Guess what? It became disastrous. Again, there were elections in 2023, people hoping that after his rigging tactics were exposed, especially FAS performing the worst elections in Zimbabwe. I mean, SADC also recognizing that the elections were rigged. Emerson Tambudzo Mnangagwa continued to be the president, and the same SADC that condemned him embraced him as the chairperson of SADC. It did not only stop there. He went after the opposition, the few vacancies that actually it was difficult for him to rig, because in Matepeleland it becomes difficult. They haven't infiltrated it so much that they can do as they please. They don't trust it. I think they don't trust it, I must say, and they will never trust it. So when it comes to rigging, they tread cautiously there. So they got a lot of seats, especially in Bulawayo. They are slowly but infiltrating rural areas, because people there, they still have got memories, fresh memories of Kukuraunde. So they just let them to rig, and nothing is done. But in Bulawayo, they have not touched Bulawayo. They don't trust it. It's a city, by the way. There is network. Anything can happen so quick and so fast. So they have never touched Bulawayo, and most probably Harare, because the city is difficult, but they have done a lot of bad things there. Killing that pastor, I remember, gruesomely killing the man, discovered his body in a decomposed state. They attempted to kill that also other young man who was recalled in parliament. I've forgotten his name. They've done so many pathetic things in Zimbabwe. So I think Nelson Chamisa is issuing, just like it's a concern for every citizen in Zimbabwe, when exactly will democratic elections be held in Zimbabwe, and Zimbabwe like gets to be hands gets to be clapped, and the military gets to stay in the barracks and do its job in line with the constitution of the republic, and not be used by politicians. They get to salute each and every Zimbabwean that has been democratically elected by the people. How nice will that be? And also they get to be safe. They won't be killed as they have been killed ever since Mnangagwa stepped in, because he knew he is owned by them, and as such he had to try left, right and center to neutralize quite a number of them. It's never a good also picture for coups. It's not a good idea. I hope that if Mnangagwa can be removed, the person who will remove him will actually, just imagine, I can attest to you, it's just free political lessons. If, for example, Chiwenga takes over power from Mnangagwa and he allows democratic elections, he loses, he concedes, he will stay a good life in Zimbabwe. He would be the Mandela of Zimbabwe, not only in Zimbabwe, he may even be respected, on the global stage, and he may be appointed on various multilateral institutions, and the country will pick up within a space of days if that happens. And I can tell you, Zimbabwe will move towards the path of glory. But as long as these people are shedding blood, even if you have got power to shed blood, and you try to use money left, right, and center, you never get the country right, because the blood of those people would be crying, and nothing will work well for you. I think Mnangagwa is learning so hard, because you cannot strengthen your position by eliminating other people and using rituals. Rituals are also done by human beings like you. They expire. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button.